Hi and welcome to another Tabitha's Glass Emporium video. Today we're looking at this fabulous jungle themed bowl we've made using a piece of glass in a leaf shape, decorated with all our fabulous jungle murrini, including, as I've been pointed out, it's a chameleon, and I keep calling it a gecko, but our cute chameleon. And so today I'm going to show you how I made this fabulous piece. So now this is cut out, I want to just give it a bit of dimension by adding some powders. I've just chosen what I've got. I'm not really worried so much about how they're going on. I just want to kind of give a dusting of powder here and there, just to give it a more realistic feel than it being one solid piece of glass. I'm not going to worry so much about going into the stalk. That can be darker. If I don't go very thick, you won't be able to see this at all. This is light green, which is a transparent colour, and so really will be you won't see much of this at all on it unless I go a decently thick layer. So you can see I'm layering up quite thickly with this one. You'll still get the colour coming through underneath. I'm going to add a bit of pea pod, which is less light. I've also got some jade green. Jade would react with things like spring green, but it won't react with others. I'm not putting it everywhere. I might put some of that on the stem, make it pop a bit more, but I'm not putting jade everywhere. Just a mottling, that's my favourite word, a mottling. And then I'm just taking some aventurine. It's a very pokey bright colour, this, and it's also going to add a bit of sparkle. Put some of that on the stem as well, and like that. So then we've got this. Now I want to create a feeling of the kind of veins coming through. So I'm just taking a paintbrush and I'm literally just going to go from here straight through the middle to there, and then I'm going to go through like this, and so that will give my leaf feeling. So I'm actually just going to pick it up now and I'm trying to just shift it around, or the other way of doing it is to put a bit of paper on top just to reduce these lines a bit. But I'm pretty pleased how that's looking now. I think that's going to look nice. It's giving a kind of nice mottled effect and gives much more texture than if we'd just gone with a straight glass. So that can go in the kiln, be fired, and we can see how it is when it comes out. So here this is out of the kiln. You'll see it's very pale, the mottling on there, but you can see it, and it just adds that little bit of extra dimension. It's worth knowing that using such dark glass underneath is going to make it much harder for any powders to show through, so you might want to use a lighter glass to begin with. So now we've got this with the powders tack fused on, we're going to start decorating it with some leaves. I'm going to keep the decoration to the kind of outside so that the kind of bowl middle part is clear of too much decoration. We might put a kind of butterfly or something in the middle, but for the most part leave it clear, or one of our large moths. We're going to use our jungle mix. We've got a jungle mix here to decorate this, and we can see how it looks. is all fused, and now I've put it on the slumping mould in the kiln, and we will slump it. Here this is out of the kiln and looking fab. It's slumped quite a lot more than I wanted it to. I went to quite a light slump temperature and didn't hold it for that long at all, but it's really slumped totally into the bowl, and I love it. I love the way the parrot is kind of flying up out of the bowl here. I love our little toucan who's kind of chilling out on the bottom there, and the moth which is sort of just on the kind of the edge of it. It's just a glorious thing that just has so much texture and feeling and life to it. I'm so pleased I added the dichro for it at the end. It just gives that extra sparkle and feeling of light that really lifts this piece from being, it was a little bit dull before, to being fabulous and great. You know, some things I'd say is that you've got some toucans here. There's one toucan here that's now upside down. Not toucan, parakeet. Yeah, you might want to think about that, but I don't mind that on a whole, because it's sort of, I would probably put this on a stand and display it like this so that everything would feel the right way up at that point in time. So I really like this. I just think it's such a fun, lively piece of glass. So I hope you've enjoyed this. Remember, make sure you check out on tabithasglassemporium.com our jungle mix, where you can get the orchids, the parrots, the toucans, the cockatoos, the parakeets, the moths, all available on the website. There's a mix, you can buy them individually. You've got our gecko in there as well, don't forget our beautiful gecko. So yeah, all of those fantastic murrini available on the website, as well as our flamework leaves, which are these lovely leaves here that can be used. As I said before, the powder's on, you can't really see it, but it's like ghosted there, which I quite like. I was a bit worried about the stalk. I was like, oh my god, is that just going to get distorted in the slumping? But it was fine, so that was great. I'm really pleased how this turned out. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I really look forward to you taking this idea and seeing what you can do with it. And until next time, happy fusing.